Hi guys, welcome to Lashay's Place, or welcome back to Lashay's Place. For those who have been already watching and supporting, thank you for doing so. So in this video, I am doing a fill-in on myself. I am taking off in gel polish and rhinestones and glitter, and this is a month growth that you are seeing. It's my nails that I'm doing, so it was a challenge to film myself trying to do a fill-in. So I did get out of frame a few times. I apologize in the video, and I'm going to apologize now. I did a voiceover in this video as well. So practice makes perfect. I'm new to all this, but yeah, so let's get going. Alright guys, so I am starting off with taking off my rhinestones first, and I am using a old toenail clipper. You want to use an old nipper or clippers so that you don't dull out your good ones, and or nip your good ones or chip your good ones. I'm going ahead and do this before I file with my drill so that I'm not filing over the rhinestones, having rhinestones pop up everywhere, and to make sure that it doesn't mess up my drill or my bits. And so initially I was going to record me doing both of my hands, but after taking off my rhinestones, as you can see, it was a struggle on my doing my dominant hand with my lesser dominant hand. I figured I would not put y'all through that torture of watching me do that. Alright, so here I'm just showing you the growth. Like, these have been on for about a month, and so I'm just showing you how much growth that I've gotten. And what I am using to take off the gel polish is a Cornhead coarse bit. I got it from Amazon. It came in a set of other bits. And this bit is great for taking off gel polish. I wouldn't recommend it on the natural nail, but because it's a coarse bit, but taking gel polish off of acrylic, it is perfect. As you see, it just really glides that gel polish right off without having to put too much pressure or having the speed really high. So I'm going to show you taking off the gel with this bit in normal time, and then we're going to speed this baby up. So this is the nail that had the rhinestones on there, and what I used to stick my rhinestones on is the hard gel, so that's what you see on there. So I do have to put a little more oomph in it to get through the hard gel and get into the gel polish, but not too much. So with this nail right here, I'm actually just filing off a top coat because I made that acrylic there with some glitter that I have and some clear acrylic. And so I decided to speed it up here, and I put the sound on for those who like the sound of that drill. Alright, so I'm just dusting everything off, and that brush I also got from Amazon, and it helps that it's so cute. Alright, so I'm changing my bit to my medium band bit. And here I am just going to file down that line of demarcation where my natural nail and the acrylic meets. And also at this time, I am going to slightly buff my natural nail to go ahead and get that shine off my nail. And at this point too, if I have any lifting, this is the time that I will be doing that. Right, just cleaning my area and dusting things off. Alright, so now I'm going to change my bit and I'm going to use a cuticle bit and I'm using the smaller one. And so I am just going to go around my cuticle, exfoliate the skin around my cuticle area and on the nail bed to get any dry or dead skin off my nails. And I didn't speed this one up because this is one of the most important parts so that you don't have any lifting, because if you have any skin on the nail, then that's what's gonna lift down there by the cuticle. Alright, so this cuticle here on my pinky was giving me some issues. You see me going over that spot a few times. I had a piece of skin that just did not want to leave. And so at this moment, I decided to get my cuticle pusher that has like a cuticle knife or scraper on it. And it got it right on off. Sometimes you just have to improvise. Some things just don't want to do what you want it to do. Alright, so now I'm going to wipe my nails down with Awfully is the Scrub Fresh from CND, and I'm using hands down cotton pad to do that. The Scrub Fresh will clean the nail bed out and make sure all that dust is off, and it's a little bit of a dehydrator as well. And I like using the hands down cotton pads. They are pretty much lint free, and plus they're a little rough, so then you can really scrub to make sure that your nails are clean. Alright, so I'm going to use to prep my nails to get ready for acrylic. I'm using the Nail Fresh and Nail Primer from CND. I first put the Nail Fresh on and then I put the primer. With CND, they say that you don't have to use both. You can use one or the other. And actually, depending on which acrylic powder you use, you don't have to use the primer. But I am prone to lifting, so I have learned to use both of them. And so with that, I also do it with my clients too, just in case, even if they're not prone to lifting or not, I think to just cover all bases just to do it. And I'm just putting on where my natural nail is. You don't have to put it on the whole nail where the acrylic is. And the powder I'm using is Warm Pink by CND. It's their perfect color. And so now I'm just kind of putting everything in the position that I want it to be. And I will be getting a hands down plastic back tile as well to put over my tile so I don't mess up my pretty purple tile. And so that's where I'll be cleaning my brush off with on, and if any extra acrylic or anything that's on the brush, that's what I'll be wiping it on. So there it is, the hands down plastic back towel. I was saying that's so weird. So that's the brush I'm using there. You see me cleaning it off after it's been sitting in the monomer for a little while. And the monomer I'm using is CND as well. It's their Radical Solar Nail monomer. And so that's the brush. I got it from Amazon. I think it's a size 12. And now I'm going to start, and since I'm doing a fill-in, you don't have to have that much on the brush. My nails are very narrow and short, and so actually that was a little too much for my pinky, but I made it work. So I don't remember what I was doing there. I think my dog was in the room. I know that for sure. And I probably was telling him to stop. And I wasn't paying attention to the bead. And I just decided to start over. And with this nail with the glitter, I didn't want to put more glitter on it. So I put the warm pink on it. And so now it's more of an ombre with pink, natural pink, and glitter. All right, so I just wiped my brush off to make sure there wasn't any more acrylic on there. There we go. And now I'm going to start filing, and I will start filing my free edge and then start going around the cuticle and all over the nail. And here you'll see me tap my nail and to make sure it's dry. If a nail with acrylic, when it's dry, it does make a nice little tapping noise when it's hard. And around this time, I do start getting out of frame. I do apologize. Alright, so I'm just filing my nails, and I do like more of a almond round nail for me. I think it looks better for me personally on my nails since they're so narrow. And on here you see me putting a little more acrylic on my ring finger. My ring fingers are a little more flat, and so I have to be more cautious and conscious about an apex. And I had noticed that I really didn't have one, and I actually noticed that I didn't really have one the last time I did it, but it was a little too late. And so I'm glad I caught it this time around. Right. So now I'm getting a narrow bit. It's a long narrow bit to get down into the sidewalls and then the cuticles to make sure everything the acrylic is nice and flush to the nail. And doing that will also prevent lifting. Right, so I changed my bit to my medium bit again, and this is just to make sure everything's nice and smooth. I usually try to apply my acrylic pretty smoothly so that I don't have to do so much filing, but I always do this right after just to make sure I didn't miss anything. Right, so just make sure all the dust is gone, and I am wiping my nails down with Awfully Fast by C&D. It is their equivalent of acetone. And so I did that just to kind of make sure everything was nice and smooth because it'll kind of melt the acrylic a little bit. And here I'm just tweaking my nails. I've seen a few different edges that needed help, and I am using this little buffer here just to make sure, again, everything's nice and smooth. Alright, so I decided not to paint them. So here you just see me putting some cuticle oil. After having that bright red, it was nice just to have something nice and neutral. Alright, so here you are. I got to show you here in slow motion the finished results. I like my nails very, like to do them as thin as I can to make them look nice and natural. I don't really like really long nails. These are about the length that I can handle. But any longer, I am bumping into stuff and not being able to grab anything. So there you are. I might do a video in a few weeks of me painting them, but right now I just wanted to keep them nice and neutral. So there's a before and an after. Alright, see y'all next video.